Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out up top to the left side. Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath. Then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Wednesday evening inside the Shield Center. It's the final day of the 2024 Division A Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. And welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go online to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and let's recap what happened just over 24 hours ago here inside the Shack in the semifinals. It was a tight one. Northern Cass defeated the Kindred Vikings 67-61. Hayden Crockett with 39 points in the win for Northern Castle. The Kindred Vikings, they were led by Liza Trenbeth with 19 points and 6 rebounds. Game number 2 was a barn burner as well. Valley City defeated Wahpeton 62-60. Katie Burchell with 26 points, 12 rebounds in the win for the Highlanders. Scout Woods breaks a school record with 41 points for the Wahpeton Huskies. So today, Kindred Wahpeton winner advances to a state qualifier. That game will be played at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Mayville State. We'll have the contest for you here on yourliveevent.com against the Region 2 runner-up, either of Thompson or the Devils Lake Firebirds. Loser has their season come to a close. Then in the championship later tonight, it's Northern Cass and Valley City. Northern Cass looking for their first state tournament appearance since 2005, while for the Valley City Highlanders looking for their first state tournament appearance since 2014 when they went to the Minot State Dome in the old Class A over a decade ago. The only good news for a Jag and a Highlander perspective, they know this is not their last game of the season tonight, as they will for surely be going to a state qualifier bare minimum. But again, if you win the region championship, you'll be heading to the state tournament. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll get to our coaches' conversation with Sam Brand of Kindred, Brian Watson of the Wahpeton Huskies as well. We'll let you know what's going on for all the other regions in A and B tomorrow. This is the lone standing 2 games in the state of North Dakota here tonight, as North Dakota State has a basketball contest here tomorrow. So they moved this up one day to have Friday as more of a Mother Nature kind of a evening. If they had to get snowed out or something happened, then they had Friday as a fail-safe day before they got to state qualifiers on Saturday. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized with special arrangement with the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Quick timeout. Back after this, taking a look at some other regions across the state of North Dakota before we dive into this matchup a little bit more with Northern Cass and Valley City, and alongside the Kindred Vikings and the Wahpeton Huskies for our first 2 games here tonight. We'll continue after this inside the Shield Center.
Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
For the first time ever, World of Outlaws at Norman County Raceway on Saturday, June 29th.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today inside the Shield Center, let's remind you also at the state basketball tournament upcoming in Minot for the Division A and Jamestown in Division B. Something new this season, they'll be seeding 1 through 8. Again, 1 through 8 will be seeded this season at the state basketball tournaments instead of 1 through 4 where it used to be. Then it went 1 through 5 with 3 random draws. 1 through 8 will get seeded. The Region 2 tournament tomorrow on YourLiveEvent.com with Joe Lancello and James Martins. We'll have both of the games for you starting at 5:30 with Four Winds, Minnewacan, and Carrington. That's the third place contest. Then Thompson goes up against Devils Lake in the championship at 7. Region 3 out at the Minot State Dome. It's the Rugby Panthers against Turtle Mountain. Rugby the 5 seed, Turtle Mountain the 6 seed. One of those teams heading to a state qualifier. And then the championship game, it's number 1 seeded South Prairie Max and number 2 seeded Botno. And Region 4 out in Beulah, it will be the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks going up against the Watford City Wolves, the 1-2 matchup in the championship tomorrow night. And Trinity goes up against Hazen in the third place contest. As we allude to what the state bracket could potentially look like, Thompson, and this is just in my opinion, more than likely has locked up the number 1 seed regardless of the outcomes that happen moving forward. They have wins over South Prairie Max, Botno, Devils Lake. They beat everybody. They're 21-0, but a Region 2 championship just cements it on top of it here for the Thompson Tommies. South Prairie Max and Botno winner, you could argue who wins that game is going to be the 2 and the loser the 3 unless they have Shiloh or Devils Lake springs the upset, if you will. And by upset, I mean in terms of rankings over the Thompson Tommies. And then for Region 1, be very curious what happens here. Whoever wins the region championship between Valley City and Northern Cass. Northern Cass here on the season. And the Valley City Highlanders looking at their records. Valley City at 17-6, while for the Jags at 16-7 on the season. And then what happens, again, if a Wahpeton or if a Kindred makes it there. So there could be a potential Region 1 versus Region 1, for example, 4-5 matchup to open up the state tournament, which should be something new as well, going up against a team, maybe not just for a third, but for a fourth time for a vast majority of these schools. Wahpeton used to that. Valley City could be used to that in terms of prior years being in the EDC, where you'd play a team twice in the regular season, once in your conference tournament, and once you get to state. But for all these Division B schools or Class B schools who are now Division A, it'll be a little bit new to maybe see a team for what we're hearing tonight, a third time for these schools for all 4 teams, but potentially a fourth time once it gets to state. So again, we'll talk about that as the broadcast of this game continues and alongside our championship game a little bit later on. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll dive into the matchup a little bit more between the Jags and the Highlanders, and then also we'll be hearing from both head coaches as well for the Kindred Vikings and the Wahpeton Huskies. We'll preview a little bit of the championship, but also we'll dive into the third place matchup more when we come back after this.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Mission Court Independent Living at Benedictine Living Community offers independent living, giving you a comfortable lifestyle and freedom to do what you like while leaving chores behind. The monthly rent includes housekeeping, 3 daily meals, transportation, social and recreational programs, plus spiritual care and on-site worship services. Call 218-784-5250 to learn more and schedule a tour. And you can save $1,000 with our move-in special. Benedictine Living Community of Ada, recognized for quality care.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today inside the Shields Center, taking a look at the Wahpeton Huskies, getting some opening shots up here on the north side of the court inside the Shields Center. Still to come again, it'll be our championship game between Northern Cass and Valley City. They've split that regular season matchup for the Valley City Highliners and Northern Cass here this season. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. The 4 seed Northern Cass is the lowest seed in terms of the Division A seeds to make a particular region championship. Valley City is the number 2 seed. Again, that is Northern Cass and the Valley City Highlanders. We'll talk a little bit more about that matchup as we get closer into the championship game. But in this one, the Kindred Vikings and the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton 0-2 against Kindred here this season, where the Vikings won 76-65 in Kindred back on December the 5th, and then held on for a 1-point victory against the Wahpeton Huskies back on January the 16th, December the 5th. That game was in Wahpeton, while their last meeting here between the Huskies and the Vikings was in Kindred, and Kindred won 50-49. Taking a look at this matchup, the Vikings 16-6 on the season, averaging 62 points per game defensively, giving up 50. They were guided by the 19 points of Liza Trembeth, Peyton Getty with 14, and Sierra Nipstead with 13 points off the bench with 3 threes for the Vikings last night. While for the Wahpeton Huskies, 11 wins and 11 losses on this season. They defeated Fargo Oak Grove 43-41 in the quarters, while Kindred earned a bye into the quarters with being the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. And then the Valley City Highlanders upended the Huskies by 2 last night. Hallie Miller came on late in the fourth quarter, 16 points so far in 2 games in the tournament, but Scout Woods has really been player 1A and player 1B, if you will, with 52 points in 2 games here for Wahpeton and 17 of 19 shooting from the free throw line to boot for the Wahpeton Huskies. Still to come on our pregame show, we'll get to our keys to victory, brought to you in part by Dakota Bank, and we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening tip as well. Again, this is the only game going on across the state of North Dakota with these 2 games here tonight for girls basketball. So what we know is this: we'll have our first ticket punched to the Division A girls basketball tournament, and we'll know our first 2 state qualifying matchups a little bit closer with Wahpeton Kindred, and also with our next contest with Valley City and Northern Cass in terms of who's going to play up at Mayville State. The Region 1 third-place teams, so the winner of this game, again, will play at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Mayville State's Louis Lee Fieldhouse. The Region 1 runner-up will play at 1 o'clock and begin our coverage of 4 games up in Mayville on Saturday. And we will have the Division A and the Division B state qualifiers for you on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break. When we come back after this, we'll get into our coaches' conversation. We'll hear from Sam Brandt of the Kindred Vikings, but first, we'll be diving in with a one-on-one with Coach Brian Watson of the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton trying to upend the Kindred Vikings for the first time this season, while Kindred is looking for the 3-game sweep, if you will, of the Huskies, then get one step closer for these teams to get to a state tournament up at the Minot State Dome. We'll continue after this here from the Shields Center.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As much as you have accomplished, there are times you'd rather not go it alone. While you determine what direction you go, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with community. Go with neighbors. Go with understanding. Go with support.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today inside the Shield Center, it's Wahpeton and Kindred up first for our last day of the Division A Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Joining us is Brian Watson, head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies. And Brian, as it always is in February, sometimes it goes right down to the wire. Last night, awfully close against the Highliners. Quick turnaround here today against Kindred. So what's the message to the girls in this winner-go-home situation here tonight?
You know, it was a good basketball game last night. Unfortunately, we came up a little bit short. We had an opportunity to win, and as a coach, that's all we're asking. Give yourselves an opportunity to win. But that game's over now. We have to forget about that, and we have to get back to that mold we were in on Monday night where, you know, this is the only game that matters. It's not last night. It's not Saturday. It's today, and we have to try and take care of business, clean up some of the little things that we didn't do well last night. And if we can put together 4 quarters of basketball, we can put ourselves in a position to be successful tonight.
When you look at the Kindred Vikings, the 2 games, third time you're playing them here, what has stood out to you from your point of view when you play the Vikings here on the hard court this season?
It's just a tough team. They have so many different components. They're not like any team where, hey, we'll take away this player or we'll take away this action. They just have another player that can do it. They have another different action that's going to work. So it's a matter of trying to play consistent basketball and see if you can make them work extra hard for every single basket, see if you can make them work hard on defense, and then see if you can take advantage of certain rotations and things like that, and then get the extra possession if you can, get the extra turnover if you can, and then see if that'll put you in a position to win.
You know, a lot of people are going to try to, run different players at Scout, run different defenses at her, especially after the 41-point performance last night. So what is the chess match as a coach, so to speak, when you know that, hey, if Scout gets going, she's capable of doing that, but what's the chess match for the other 4 players and their 5 players defensively on the court here, Brian?
You know, I think for us, we know what we have in Scout, and we know that there are certain looks that we might get on defense, and we've prepared for all of those. So, it doesn't really matter what's going to get thrown at us tonight. We have an action that we can run, and we're not going to try and force the ball to Scout. If somebody wants to take her away, then we have 4 other players that are on the floor that are fully capable of playing basketball and putting the ball in the basket. So we'll just go as we go. We'll adapt and adjust as the game goes on, and we'll see what happens.
Final thing for you, Brian, what's something the Huskies have to do for 32 minutes tonight to get this win and get to Mayville State for a state qualifier on Saturday?
We have to box out. We did not do that in the game at Kindred, and that they had a lot of second chance opportunities. We have to make sure that we give them one shot each time down the floor.
Brian, thanks so much for your time and best of luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That again, Coach Watson for the Wahpeton Huskies will continue after this inside the Shield Center.
Mission Court Independent Living at Benedictine Living Community offers independent living, giving you a comfortable lifestyle and freedom to do what you like while leaving chores behind. The monthly rent includes housekeeping, 3 daily meals, transportation, social and recreational programs, plus spiritual care and on-site worship services. Call 218-784-5250 to learn more and schedule a tour. And you can save $1,000 with our move-in special. Benedictine Living Community of Ada, recognized for quality care.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
My name is Tyler Zahn, and I am a network assistant at ReadyTech. I graduated high school in 2019, and while I was there, I got to take some great classes from Southeast Region Career and Tech Center.
We're dedicated to really making sure that our students have the best IT services available, and ReadyTech has really been a great partner in making that happen.
Together, we are opening doors for students in Southeast North Dakota, just like they opened the doors for me.
Say goodbye to boring birthday. On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from the Shield Center, it is game number 1 of 2 for the final day of the Regional 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Sam Brandt from the Kindred Vikings joined us now as they play the Wahpeton Huskies. And Sam, you know, you squared off with Wahpeton a couple of times here this season. Scout Woods with a school record 41 points last night. They come up short against Valley City. So let's just start there. Obviously, there's some other pieces for the Wahpeton Huskies, but it really starts with Scout. So how do you try to minimize her in terms of her touches, whether it's in transition or her just finding ways to get to the paint as she does so well?
Yeah, she's good. She's going to score. The question is, how much can I limit her? And we're going to make everything difficult. And we got to use the floor to our advantage. We're going to push and see if we can keep her, let her make sure she can keep up, and hopefully play our game tonight.
You got, Sierra Nipsey came off the bench. She leads your team in threes, and she can be a spark plug for you and able to hit that three early. Got 3 of them last night. What does Sierra bring to the court, both offensively and defensively this season?
Consistency. Stone cold ice in her veins. You probably won't see one expression change, but she comes out and she'll rebound, she'll defend, she'll hit threes, she'll get to the rim. It's fun to just know that I have that consistency coming off the bench.
After last night's game, it was a tight one throughout. Now you get to pick yourselves back up, and you still have another chance to ultimately get to where you want to go here. So what's the message to the girls before you take the court here against the Wahpeton Huskies in a win and you advance and lose and you go home situation?
Yeah, survive and you get to advance. We prepped before we came, and it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war, and it's going to come down to who can defend and who wants it more and who can play together. And I have no doubt it's going to be us tonight.
Final thing for you, Sam. What's the one thing? Are you rotating multiple players against Scout? What's the matchup? Is it a Baco? Is it a Trembeth? How are you trying to matching up with her a little bit there? Because last night it was the same thing with Katie Birchall and Olsen with Valley City going back at each other. How do you kind of match up with her, particularly from your defense tonight?
I'm going to play team defense.
There you go.
We're going to have lots of help. We're going to make sure everything's difficult, and we're going to box out.
Sam, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tonight against the Huskies.
Thanks, Chase.
That again, Sam Brandt, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, will continue after this on yourliveevent.com. Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
As we come back on our pregame show, again brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. We just got done hearing from the coaches. That means it's time now to get to our keys to victory, brought to you in part by Dakota Bank. Plan for the future, build your net worth, and protect your family at Dakota Bank. They provide services from banking, insurance, mortgage, and wealth management. To find a location near you, go to dakotabank.com. That's dakotabank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, trust and insurance, not FDI insured. As we dive into the matchup again, the question really has become in this game for Wahpeton, similar to what we said yesterday with Katie Burchell going up against Scout Woods. It's going to be the same thing for the Kindred Vikings. You heard Sam Brandt say it. They got to play team defense, but someone's still going to have to guard her one-on-one throughout their man pressure. That could be Avery Bartels at different times. We could see more than likely Kennedy Bacco out there to start things off right away. Who are going to be some of the players that Sam Brandt runs at them? And also, how do you double, and what is the little combination play here when Scout does get doubled if she gets into the post? Who can be those other players? As Brian Watson says, they have 4 capable players all on the floor when Scout's on there to either shoot the 3, get to the rim, get to the free throw line. If you're Kindred, it starts with Scout Woods, and then from there, if you're Wahpeton, who can be that second consistent, just offensive threat here tonight, whether it's a Miller, a Max, DeVries, someone just to open up things a little bit here for Scout Woods. On the opposite side for the Wahpeton Huskies, you heard Coach Watson say it a few moments ago, you just can't focus on one particular player for Kindred. Liza Trembeth and Eisenschenk are 1A and 1B when it comes to scoring. Eisenschenk got 2 fouls in the opening 60 seconds yesterday, which made it difficult in that game for Kindred for her to get going. She did in the second half. But the Vikings bring a Sierra Nipstead off the bench who scores 45 points. Peyton Getty had 14 points last night, a lot of steals that led into offense. If you're Kindred, defense into offense, that's your bread and butter. If you're Wahpeton, you can get up and down the floor, but choose it carefully. You do not want to make this a 50-meter track meet inside the Shield Center against this Kindred Viking club here this season. And we heard both coaches say box out. So when it comes to Kindred, push up and down the floor, try to get easy buckets in transition, and minimize as much as you can Scout Woods. While if you're the Wahpeton Huskies, second, third chance opportunities will be large in this one. Someone else other than Scout has to get to the free throw line and also score the basketball here tonight. Doesn't have to be 15, 20 points, but someone has to show that they can be another offensive weapon here, as we haven't seen that consistently enough for Wahpeton for 2 games here in this tournament. That does it for our Dakota Bank Keys to Victory. Plan for the future, build your net worth, and protect your family at Dakota Bank. The Kindred Vikings at 16 wins and 6 losses on the season, going up against the Wahpeton Huskies at 11-11 on the year. Either the 1 seed or the 3 seed from this region will be moving on, or the 1 seed and the 3 seed, one of them will be coming up a little bit short, and their season comes to a close. Kindred looking for their 3rd win of the year against Wahpeton. They won against 76-65 and 50-49 in the 2 matchups here this season. And also, after we get done with this game and we get done with our championship, we will get to our Senior Athlete Coach of the Year and the All-Region Division A girls basketball team as well. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you. When we come back after this, we'll put a bow on our pregame show and get you ready for the starting lineups inside the Shield Center.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we get you ready now for our starting lineups, that again does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Started today. We go from there to the Empire Sports Complex. Starting lineups first for the visitors on our scoreboard. The Wahpeton Huskies out in their purple uniforms with white numerals and lettering outlined in gold. They'll go with Hallie Miller in the backcourt, a 5'9 junior. Amaya Max, a 5'7 senior. From there, Leah DeVries, the 5'7 senior guard. You also have Sienna Fobb, the 5'11 freshman forward, and Scout Woods, the 5'10 junior forward. So again, Miller, Max, DeVries, Fobb, and Woods. Wahpeton 11-11 on this season. 50 points per contest, offensively, defensively, giving up 48. They under the guidance of head coach Brian Watson. From there, we turn our attention now to the Kindred Vikings with a courtside view of the Kindred starting lineups here, brought to you in part by the Empire Sports Complex. The Vikings out in their royal blue numerals and lettering with Kindred with their white uniforms and that black stripe. Peyton Getty, a 5'3 senior guard, also had a senior. Avery Bartels, the 5'11 senior. Kennedy Bacco, the 5'11 junior. Then Liza Trenbeth here, the 5'11 sophomore guard. And you'll have Layla Eisenschenk, the 5'7 sophomore guard. Again, for the Kindred Vikings, Getty, Bartels, Bacco, Trenbeth, and Eisenschenk. The Vikings averaging 62 per contest, while defensively giving up 50. Head coach by Sam Brandt. That does it for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by the Empire Sports Complex. Go to the Empire on the north side of Fargo and get ready to unleash your inner athlete. From open gym sessions to personalized one-on-one coaching, you'll find everything you need to know at theempirefargo.org. That's theempirefargo.org, and start your sports journey today. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes, and you, our officials, Ron Nudell, David Thompson, and Jacob Mertens, as we're ready to get this Region 1 third place contest underway inside the Shield Center. 32 minutes of basketball. If you win, you head to Mayville State and play at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Lose, and your season comes to a close. Opening tap one, eventually, here by the Kindred Vikings, 6:02 as we get things underway. Right short corner, Bacco off the window for two, and Kindred gets the opening 2 points on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Huskies will see this one now with Max. Max, right-handed side with the basketball to DeVries. DeVries getting hounded. Looking for a teammate, finds one to Miller. Miller on the baseline, slips it past. Here goes Scout. Jumper off the lip of the rim, can't get it to go. Great box out on the inside for Bartels. Avery wants to transition the other side of the floor, but a turnover here for the Kindred Vikings. Woods making her way to the 10, off the window, partially deflected, but Woods stays with it. Scout tied up with Bacco here. Good hands by Kennedy, and will stay with the Huskies here offensively. Inbounding the basketball here for Wahpeton will be Max. As Max, so far with 9 points and one made three here in this tournament, slips a pass left-handed side to Fobb. Fobb will utilize the basketball, then a walking and a traveling violation here on Fobb and the Wahpeton Huskies. As they will inbound it here for Kindred, as that'll go with Trenbeth. Peyton Getty in the front court. Getty sees this man pressure defense, right-handed side to Bacco. Bacco bounce pass across the paint. This one will go to Eisenschenk. Woods went straight up and then got the defensive board. Woods front court here as she goes over Peyton Getty. Woods right to the 10. Woods can't get it to go. Rebound DeVries though. DeVries back to the top of the key. Left-handed side. Max three-pointer off the back of the rim. Long rebound, one out to Trenbeth. Kindred in the front court now, as they will slip a pass left-handed side, but stolen away by DeVries. DeVries and the Huskies looking for their first points on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Max at the top of the key as Max slips it left-handed side. Kindred doing a good job being active on this zone right now here in the half court, as they will get a steal. Bartels up the floor. Bartels finds Getty. Getty's a speedster to the 10, high off the window for 2. Payne Getty makes it a 4-0 run here to start for the Kindred Vikings. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. Eisenschenk and Getty on top of the zone. Woods, 13-footer, is fouled in the act of shooting. Scout Woods, 17 of 19 from the free throw line in 2 games here in the Region 1 tournament. Avery Bartels, the future North Dakota State women's collegiate golfer, will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, and there's a lot of high school girls golf coaches and including girls golfers that are glad Bartels will no longer be around. She is an absolute menace on the golf course in a good, positive way. Scout Woods buries the first free throw. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for the Huskies. Wahpeton, free throw is up, and it's good. Kindred will handle the rock here up and over on the pass deflected. Max is able to get the steal. Third turnover for the Vikings. Max reverse pivots, guarded here by Eisenschenk. Back up top now to DeVries. The Huskies with a chance to tie or take their first lead of the game. Pressure defense coming by Getty. DeVries to Woods. Woods right-handed side with the basketball. There's the double. Back to the top now for the Huskies, looking for the high post. Eventually Miller corrals it. Miller, right-handed scoop, can't get it to go. Fobb with the rebound. Fobb kick now to Max. Max gets the shot off the iron, and a board comes to Bartels, her second. Bartels up the other side of the floor, and a turnover here on Kindred, but Eisenschenk steals the ball right back. Eisenschenk gives it to Bartels, and now Getty takes a calming collective breath here for the Vikings. Peyton Getty, bounce pass up top, there goes DeVries. DeVries gets the steal. DeVries making her way to the paint. And now the Huskies will call it the offense here. Max going right-handed side. Kindred very active on top of this 2-3 zone. Miller interior Woods. Back to Miller around the horn. Working a little triangle here to Woods. Left-handed side Fobb. High arching rainbow jumper, no. Rebound coming down to Eisenschenk. Peyton Getty wants to get out and go. Peyton Getty, nice little step through off the window for 2. Peyton Getty, how do you do? She's got 4. 6-2 advantage of the Kindred Vikings here as we reach the midway point of quarter number 1. DeVries guarded by Eisenschenk. DeVries using up that dribble, slips the pass now to Miller. Miller making her way right short corner and will have a foul and count it. Yes, the continuation for the and one for the 5'9 junior. Hallie Miller with an and one opportunity. Bartels will pick up her second, team second here, and Miller 5 of 7 from the free throw line here in the tournament, will go to the line to shoot 2 as Bartels will check out alongside with Trenbeth here as Baco will come into the game and roll in here for the Vikings. Free throw attempt is good for Miller. Mauk now into the game here for the Lady Huskies. Ball will go left-handed side. Nipstead open, left pocket 3, coming and book it. Sierra Nipstead with her 46th made three-pointer of the season. Points right off the bench for head coach Sam Brandt. She said she's got ice in her veins, and we saw it why right there. And that's her third three-pointer in the last about 24 hours from that left baseline. Up top, DeVries gives it to Claire Woods. That's Scout's younger sister. Ball gets deflected back to Scout. Scout making her way on the inside short. Rebound coming down to Peyton Getty. Getty in the front court now for the Kindred Vikings. Sam Brandt said they had to play team defense against Scout. Open Eisenschenk. Three-pointer hits the top of the backboard. Out of play, it will be Kindred basketball. But going back to Scout Woods, 41 points for a school record, defeating Tylee Irwin's school record last night here for the Wahpeton Huskies. And when talking with Sam Brown on the pregame show, she said, again, quite simply, they just have to play team defense all the way around against this Husky club. Right-handed side, that's Nipstead. Nipstead with it. Huskies also coming out 2-3 zone. Baco, high post. Max trying to get the steal, eventually stolen away by Cambry Mauk. Scout Woods crossing over on Getty. Woods making her way into the paint, gets fouled, and it will either be Baco or Trenbeth here. Foul will be across the way on Kennedy, her first and the team's third. Scott Woods goes back to the free throw line. Huskies with one field goal in the opening 4 minutes and 58 seconds, but they've got to the free throw line now 4 and 5 times, and they're 4 for 4 from the stripe. Scout makes it a one-possession game here. Free throw attempts number 2 upcoming is good. Woods, a 77% free throw shooter on the season, goes 4 for 4 here in the quarter so far. The Huskies are back within 2. Little trap defense. Trembeth jumper, 13-footer on the way. Rattle it in. Liza with her first field goal of the night, and the Vikings have 4 players in the scoring column. Max, left-handed side, Miller. Hallie, double, Miller. Slips it now to Max. Max reverse it right-hand side to Mauk. Back to Miller. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Claire Woods finds it. Mauk, three-pointer, grazes the front iron. This one goes to Claire, the 8th grader. Count it! Claire Woods with an and one. Oh, it hit her shoe. Came right back up to her in the perfect bounce. Kennedy Bacco will get tabbed with the foul. Her second, team's fourth, as Bacco checks out of the game, as Eisenchenk will check in. So for Kindred right now, you have 2 fouls on Bartels and Bacco, and an and-one opportunity here for Claire Woods. Woods with 6 points in the tournament coming into tonight. Those were 2 threes, and a foul here on Wahpeton after the miss by Woods. This will be on Max, her first, and the team's first. So Amaya will get tabbed with the foul, and it will allow the Huskies to reset their defense. 2 players up front, and they'll look to trap when they can as they go back into that 2-3 zone. Rowland saves it before it goes into the Husky bench, but there's a trap in the Husky den, and this one will go out of play off of Max. Kindred took the opening points. They've held the lead so far wire to wire in this first quarter. Both teams settling in now after a handful of turnovers in the opening 2.5 minutes. Trembeth right at the key, behind the back, splits the defense, but well, there's a turnover. That's the 7th for the Vikings. Max in the front court, left-hand side, Miller. Miller utilizes it left wing as the Vikings now go to a little man pressure defense with Scott Woods taking a quick breather, and she'll come back in on the next step ball. This one goes to the hands of Miller. Look at Peyton Getty go. Peyton Getty trying to beat everybody down the floor. Right-handed scoop shot, no. Nipstead somehow through 4 purple jerseys almost got the offensive rebound. It was taken away by Max. So Nipstead did a good job coming up with it, but eventually Max able to rip it away as the Huskies will utilize this one with Mauk, guarded by Eisenchenk. Leaves it left-hand side, Miller. Miller on this 5-out offense, looking to take a screen. Getty gets in front. They both collide and hit the deck. Double comes and eventually stolen away. Good hands by Rowland. Nipstead with the steal. Sierra making her way to the 10. Right-handed scoop, no. Rebound, Eisenchenk. Put back, can't get it to go. And a board underneath for the Huskies. Cambry Mauk nearly walked with it. Finds Fobb. 60 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. As this one will go to Miller. Miller on the NDSU logo, right-handed dribble. Miller making her way, right-handed scoop, and she gets fouled. As the Vikings will pick up the foul here. This will be on Rowland, her first and the team's 5th, as the Huskies will bring in 3 new players after this first free throw attempt here for Miller. Miller, the 5'9" junior guard here for the Huskies. Free throw attempt is good. As Scott Woods will check into the game. Also coming in will be Leah DeVries, and then Claire Langenwalter will check in if Miller can hit this free throw attempt. For the Wahpeton Huskies, 3 seniors on the roster here this season. Free throw attempt is up, in and out, no good. A rebound comes down to Eisenchenk, her 3rd of the contest. This one it goes to Getty. Nice find, Eisenchenk. Getty misses a left-handed layup. Rebound on the interior to Fobb. Kindred coming out on a double. Max looking to break the press. This one off the hands of Miller, as we'll stay right in front. And it will be Kindred basketball. So the Kindred Vikings will utilize it here on the turnover, as we'll have a substitution as coming into the game on the way. Will be Langenwalter again here for the Wahpeton Huskies. About a half-second differential between shot clock and the game clock as Nipstead is doubled up, and we got our first timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. Kindred with the ball up by 1 when we return.
Lakes Community Co-op takes pride in providing complete customer satisfaction as they serve their local communities with the necessary products and services for farms, businesses, and individuals. Energy solutions, feed, milk, C-stores, meat market, motel, car wash, HVAC, natural gas. Visit your neighborhood Lakes Community Co-op location for them to meet your needs or learn more at lakescommunitycoop.com.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities that they serve. Again, for more information, go to ibanknorth.com. Vikings with Getty will utilize a ball screen here. Slips it to Nipstead. Here comes the double. Nipstead up and over top of the key. Getty, left-handed side, Eisenchenk. Eisenchenk, couple hard dribbles inside the paint, off the window. Vikings can't get it to go. Kindred's has a lot of good looks right at the rim. They just haven't finished the vast majority of them here in the last 2.5 minutes. Wahpeton with the bucket would take their first lead of the game. Scout Woods gets the shot up, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play. It's the Kindred Vikings 11, the Wahpeton Huskies 10 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson, one of the owners here at TCI Insurance. We've been in business since 1985. We're based here in West Fargo and in Wimbledon, North Dakota. We work really hard to give our customers peace of mind and protect what's important to you. Check us out in our West Fargo location, right on the frontage road, across from Costco.
Hi, I'm Stacy. We love working with our crop insurance clients.
I'm Jessie. We have great options for crop hail insurance.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. Check out our website at tciteam.com.
Hi, I'm Molly. We bundle your home and auto.
Hi, I'm Garrett. Let's visit about an umbrella policy.
Hi, I'm Eric. Check out TCI for life and health insurance.
Hello, I'm Leon. We can take care of all your farm insurance.
Hi, I'm Bo. Think of TCI for all your commercial and business insurance.
We look forward to working with you.
It's the Division A Region 1 Girls Basketball third place game here on YourLiveEvent.com. Today inside the Shield Center, I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Kindred led by the 4 points of Peyton Getty and also the 3 points of Nipstead off the bench. For the Wahpeton Huskies, guided by the 4 points of Scott Woods and the 4 points of Miller. Wahpeton playing that zone. Ball goes left-hand side. Good hands by Max as they were looking again for the reversal quickly there to Eisenchenk. So what Kindred has done against this 2-3 zone, have 4 players out and then looking for a player on the high post, and that player on the high post has been either a Trendbeth or a Baco for a majority against this 2-3 zone. Right-handed side goes Getty. Getty doesn't take the screen. Little cradle rock around the horn now to Nipstead. Nipstead drives left short corner. Thought better of it, now to Eisenchenk. Eisenchenk looking for the pass. Nipstead trying to handle it, but eventually it'll be a turnover as DeVries comes up with it. The Vikings with 9 first-half turnovers here from the Shield Center. Max guarded by Nipstead, left-hand side DeVries. Miller looking for Woods. Scout double. There's the nice little cut by Miller, and the Huskies for the first time tonight have a lead. Wahpeton 12, Kindred 11. Trembeth on the baseline. Jumper, this to take the lead right back. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Scout Woods. Woods with their 3rd board of the game. Scout, get by Baco. Shot, no. Rebound, Fob off the window, good for 2. Sienna Fob now with 4 rebounds and 2 points. So a lot of attention goes to Scout Woods, then the backside rebounder, and Fob there in transition with an easy layup. Eisenchenk to Getty. Getty left-handed side to Nipstead. Nipstead back to paint here as the Vikings. We'll see Getty hit the deck out of play, and it'll be a turnover here on Kindred. So Claire Woods will come in now for the Huskies as Sienna Fob will check out. Wahpeton 4-0 run to start this first. Make it that second quarter play after Kindred again started off on a 4-0 run here in the first quarter. Vikings nearly get the steal. Scout Woods full head of steam, and Peyton Getty takes it away. Peyton Getty, as Woods was going up, timed it perfectly to get her hand on top of the basketball and rip it through to the baseline. That's dangerous there for Getty at 5'3" against the 5'10" Scout Woods, but Getty putting her body on the line here in this win, and you advance, lose, and you go home kind of a game. Oh, nice give and go. The high to the low. Woods to Max for 2. Gives Scout the assist, and Max with her first 2 points of the night. Eisenschenk step through off the window, no. Rebound coming here to Wahpeton with Max. Scout Woods. Getty is there, and Peyton gets this foul. Getty will pick up her first, team's first of the second quarter. We got a timeout for head coach Sam Brandt. The Huskies open up the quarter on a 6-0 run. Their fans come to their feet inside the Shield Center.
When it comes to your next outdoor project, let the team at Turf Tamers take care of you. Turf Tamers provides the professional services and is your one-stop shop for turning your dirt yard into a beautiful oasis. When you choose Turf Tamers, you can trust that your outdoor spaces are in the hands of skilled professionals who truly care about creating beautiful landscapes. For a quote or more information, go online to turftamersfargo.com. That's turftamersfargo.com.
On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. Both teams fairly youthful overall. The Vikings with 2 seniors of Getty and Bortels. Wahpeton Huskies with Max, Brooklyn Smith, and Leah DeVries, the 3 seniors here for the Wahpeton Huskies. After the timeout by head coach Sam Brandt, Wahpeton, well, they'll give it up. Eisenschenk able to get the steal. Eisenschenk to the 10, and Eisenschenk gets fouled. Claire Woods will make her earn it at the free throw line. Claire will pick up her first, team's first, the second, and going to the stripe is going to be Eisenschenk. Lele, 68% free throw shooter here on the season for Kindred. Buries the first. That's the first free throw attempt of the game for the Vikings. Wahpeton is 6 of 8 so far here from the line. Second free throw attempt is good. So Eisenschenk goes 2 for 2 from the line, and the Vikings back within a possession. Left-handed side, DeVries gives it now to Max. Ball gets reversed to Miller. Miller at the right wing, rips it through to Max. Left-handed side to Vries. Here goes Woods to Woods. Scout jumper. That'll rim in and out. Rebound here to Nipstead. Sierra Nipstead with her second board. Nipstead right-hand side to Bacco. Bacco gives it to Nipstead open. Nipstead to Getty. Reverse it to Trenbeth. Trenbeth taking a couple of dribbles inside. Lost it, and eventually a turnover here as Max comes up with a steal. Now to Scout Woods. Scout Woods, right-handed scoop, can't get it to go. Rebound here for DeVries. Back to Scout, who gets fouled and nearly gets the end one. So Scout with her 4th board of the night. She'll be going to the line where she scored all of her points so far. As Trembeth picks up the foul, her first, team second, and 2 free throws upcoming. The transition game has helped Wahpeton here tonight, and more so with the second and third chance offensive rebounds where you give attention on the guard that's attacking the rim. Then there's 1, if not 2 Vikings coming over to either get a block shot or get in front of that driver. But then that leaves the backside rebound open, and we've seen that as we have a jump ball, and the arrow will make its way towards Wahpeton. So that's been a little bit of the difference that we've seen here for the Huskies in terms of the reason why they're leading by 4 points right now, those second chance transition buckets. Sienna Fobb doubled. Fobb gets the ball right back and resets the offense here off the inbounds. Kindred will stay in this 2-3 zone with Eisenschenk and Getty up top working defensively. Max, right-handed side to Miller. Miller spins on the way. Miller stepped through, and there's a foul. Coming down with the left hand was Liza. She did everything right except bring the left hand down. She would have went straight up, probably a no call, but instead, once you bring that hand down to try to swat the basketball, that's her second. And for the Vikings now, Bartels, Bacco, and Trembeth all have 2. Free throws mounting here for the Wahpeton Huskies as Miller toes the line. Hallie, free throw attempt, no good. Now 2 of 4 from the stripe as Roland and Bartels will check in as Trembeth and Bacco will sub out here for the Vikings. First time these two teams played, 11-point game. Kindred won 76-65. Second time, more defensive, a 50-49 contest where Vikings won by a point. Left-handed side, Nipstead now to Getty. Getty, double teamed here, works around it, slips the pass to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk, couple hard dribbles down the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound, rolling with the left hand, good for 2. Leah hit a big 3 yesterday for Kindred to get them back within 1 late in the fourth quarter, and right place at the right time there underneath the hoop. Miller back up top to Max, near sideline as this will go to Mauk. Right-handed side, Miller will utilize the basketball here for the Huskies. Ball goes on the baseline. They're trying to post up Scout. Miller, nice flash, nice cut to the high post, and Miller buries a jumper. Miller now has 9 here for the Huskies to lead the floor. A little hip check foul on Wahpeton. Max will pick up her second, team's second, as coming in will be Leah DeVries. 4:01 left to play before we get to our halftime show, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance. We'll recap the opening 16 minutes and let you know what's still to come later tonight from the Shield Center. Sierra Nipstead reverse pivots. Right-handed side now to Getty. Getty sees a double, back to Nipstead. Nipstead back to the top here. Roland open, shooting three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound, well, Woods will just let it go out of bounds. The Huskies doing a good job not allowing Kindred on that possession to get from the free throw line extended down into the baseline area on that zone, as Kindred will continue in their zone. Right-handed side, this will go to Woods. Woods, couple dribbles on the baseline, got the runner, can't get it to go. Rebound tapped down and will be out of bounds here on fob and go towards the Kindred Vikings. After 1 quarter of play, it was 11-10 Kindred. Since then, the Wahpeton Huskies again opened up the second quarter on a nice little run, led by the 9 of Miller. Nipstead left-handed side with the basketball. Vikings with Getty. She's got 4 to lead the floor here for Kindred. Getty trying to get by Mauk, does. Nice little find interior. Bartel's jumper, no. Rebound out of fob. Scout Woods. Jumper from the right elbow. Woods can't get it to go. Fob taps this one out of play, and it will be Viking basketball. And the Vikings, going back to that Bartel's jumper, if you put a shot chart out, they got about 6 or 7 misses that are from 6 to 8 feet inside the paint and towards the rim. Oh, how the game would change if you just make 1 or 2 from a Kindred perspective, but get credit to where credit's due. Wahpeton's been very active on this 2-3 zone, and they will go out of bounds on the turnover here for Bartels. Substitution into the contest for the first time this evening, Lopez Lee, the 5'8 junior forward. As she will check in, and she's gave Coach Brian Watson a couple of good minutes of run in the first game against Oak Grove in the quarters, and last night as well against Valley City. A lot of defense from her side of the view as Bartel's able to go straight up and knock that shot away from Woods. Ball tapped out of play, and it will be Kindred basketball. So Vikings will utilize it as they will make a substitution here for for Wahpeton, as Sienna Fobb will check into the game. Kindred looking to make it a one-possession contest with a made field goal here. Eisenschenk left-handed side of Nipstead. Nipstead to Roland on this weaving action. Roland, bounce pass, trying to thread the needle to Getty, and a turnover. Huskies with Miller crossing the timeline. Miller up top now to Mauk. Leaves it left-hand side to Lopez Lee as they work it around the horn. The Huskies go the right short corner to Fobb. Now to DeVries. Back up top left wing here for Wahpeton. Miller nearly walking with the basketball was Mauk as the shot clock makes its way to single digits. Miller taking a couple dribbles. Teardropper from 14 goes short, and a good board or box out by Rowland underneath with Sienna Pham to make sure she's going to get her hand and try to save that basketball from going out of play. Vikings, 1 field goal in the quarter. They have 4 points total, the 2 by Rowland and the 2 by Eisenschenk at the free throw line. For the Wahpeton Huskies, 3 field goals, 2 of them by Miller, 1 by Max. They're 2 of 4 from the free throw line so far here in the quarter for Wahpeton. Scout Woods off of Nipstead, and the turnovers continue to mount here for the Kindred Vikings. 14 turnovers for Kindred. Huskies, they have 5. Winner of this game will play in our state qualifier at Mayville State here on YourLiveEvent.com. That'll be on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock against the Region 2 runner-up between Thompson and Devils Lake. Huskies, Miller high off the window, and will utilize a foul, and this could be on Bartels. If it is, that'll be her 3rd. So Bartels will get tabbed with the foul, and Miller goes back to the free throw line. Allie 3 of 5 from the stripe here this evening, and the Huskies have just found a way when they've been able to utilize a little bit of the transition game. Once they get past that first wave of that 2-3 zone, just a full head of steam into the paint, trying to get into some contact here with Kindred and force the officials to make a call or not, as Rowland will come in for Bartels. Free throw attempt on the way here for Wahpeton is up, and it's in and out. Rebound coming down, as this will be out of play and towards the Kindred Vikings. So if you're Kindred, this is one of those situations where you're only down 5 and you haven't by any means played your best brand of basketball here in the opening first half. If you're Wahpeton, you're glad you're up right now, but you maybe feel like you should be up by 10, if not more. There's a good steal, part of the reason why the Huskies, again, have found ways to continue to grind this one out with their 2-3 zone defense. DeVries got the steal. Here goes Miller. Miller off the window, can't get it to go. Getty with the defensive board. Rowland got there and planted some roots. Here goes Getty. Getty drive, kick, finds Nipstead. Extra pass, Rowland right to the key. Rainbow 3 off the iron board, tapped out of play, and this one will be towards the purple of the Wahpeton Huskies. Full court pressure defense here for Kindred. Next foul will put the Huskies in the bonus, as now Kindred just will pick up at half court. Miller, left-handed side, Scout Woods posting up. They're getting it interior to Scout. Good hands to bat that one away by Baco. Now to Getty. Getty up and over the outstretched hands of Rowland. And this will go out of play. Vikings will bring on the floor Lexi, the 5'5 junior guard. Ogren, the 5'5 junior for the first time tonight for Sam Brandt, is coming out of the game will be Eisenschenk. Huskies. This will go with DeVries. DeVries near sideline. Now to Mount Cambry, near back to Miller. Miller will utilize it here. 10 seconds left in the first half. Miller, right-handed dribble. Miller ripping it through. Right-handed scoop off the iron. Follows her own shot. Put back, and she gets fouled. Miller will head to the free throw line for 2 more from the stripe here for Wahpeton. So Miller gets there, but again, no one boxes out the shooter, and Miller takes full advantage. Took a power dribble to give herself a little bit better of an angle as she caught that right underneath the hoop. As we'll see a substitution as Lopez Lee will come into the game, as Miller now is the first player here this evening in double digits with 10. Allie Miller, free throw attempt number 2 is good. Kindred with Getty. Getty, three-quarter scored shot, is going to go short, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. The Huskies with 10 points in the first quarter, 12 points in the second. Kindred with 11 points in the first quarter and 4 points in the second 8 minutes. Our halftime show is coming up next, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
High school basketball here on your live event. Our halftime show, the Wahpeton Huskies lead it by 7 over the Kindred Vikings. This halftime show brought to you in part by our friends at Tope Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan Tope out in Castleton throughout the week for a quote or review of your policies. Give Tope Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. That's 701-347-4045. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Taking a look at the first half numbers, the Wahpeton Huskies, it's glaring the difference in this game, the free throw line. Wahpeton's been there 16 times, and they've made 10 of them. Kindred's been there twice, and they've made both of them from a Kindred perspective. For the Wahpeton Huskies, 5 players in the scoring column. They've yet to hit a 3, 6 turnovers. For the Vikings, 5 players in the scoring column here for Kindred. Check that. They actually have 6 players in the scoring column, all their starters, and Nipstead off the bench with a 3. They've hit 1 3 by Sierra, but for the Vikings, outside of the free throw line, that hasn't gone in their way. It's also been turnovers. 16 turnovers here for Kindred compared to Wahpeton 6. Individually, Hallie Miller leads the floor for the Huskies, 11 points, 5 and 9 from the free throw line. She had 8 points in the quarters and 8 points in the semifinals for Wahpeton. Miller with a game-high 11 points so far for Wahpeton. 5 points then for Scout Woods on 5 of 6 shooting from the floor. Scout had 41 points yesterday. She has yet to hit a field goal here in these 16 minutes. Crazy how 24 hours of basketball can change that. 2 points then for Max, 2 points for Sienna Fobb, and Claire Woods with 2 points as well off the bench here for Wahpeton. Again, the Huskies led by Miller with 11. For the Vikings, 4 points for Peyton Getty with a couple rebounds, 3 points for Nipstead, then 2 apiece for Baco, Liza Trembeth, Leah Rowland, and Layla Eisenchenk with 2 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. The Vikings and the Huskies, winner of this game heads to a state qualifier on Saturday at 3 o'clock in Mayville State. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. Loser has their season come to a close. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some other regions that will be going on tomorrow here across the state of North Dakota on yourliveevent.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
This is your livelihood, and success requires a seed partner that's just as committed as you are. Just like you, we're farmers first, so our values are rooted just as deep and our goals are just as strong. Our team is ready to hit your fields, so no matter what each growing season brings, we'll get through it together. It's who we are, Thunderseed, first in the field.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
As we continue on our halftime show here today, Region 2 action coming at you tomorrow with James Martins and Joe Lancello on the campus of Mayville State. 4 wins Minnewacan against the Carrington Cardinals. That'll be at 5:30 tomorrow for an opening tap as 4 wins Minnewacan. The 4 seed goes up against the 3 seed of the Carrington Cardinals. Championship will follow that roughly at 7 between the number 1 seed Thompson and the 2 seed Devils Lake Firebirds. Again, Region 2 tomorrow on yourliveevent.com. Region 3 in Division A at Minot State Dome, the 3rd place game. The Rugby Panthers against the Turtle Mountain number 6 seed. Rugby is the 5. The championship, the 1-2 matchup of South Prairie Max, the 1 seed against the Botno Stars, the number 2 seed. Then Region 4 out in Beulah, Shiloh Christian will tangle with Watford City. The Skyhawks, the 1 seed, Watford City, the 2. That's in the championship. The 3rd place will feature Trinity and Hazen. And we'll keep our eye apprised of what's going on the B landscape as well. Maple River, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion in the East will play for 3rd and a chance to play in a state qualifier on Saturday from Mayville State. On the B side, Sargent County, Edgeley, Collin, Montpelier will play in the championship tomorrow night out at the Civic. And also on the east side in Region 2 from Devils Lake, St. John the Woodchucks go up against Benson County for 3rd. The title will feature Langdon Area and Moore Munich against the Mayport CG Patriots. Also, that's number 1 versus number 2 in the state of North Dakota in the media polls. Again, the Wahpeton Huskies led by the 11 of Miller, while for the Kindred Vikings, they are led by the 4 points of Peyton Getty. After the conclusion of this game, there'll be a short awards presentation for the 3rd place plaque, and then we'll get you ready for the championship between Northern Cass and alongside the Valley City Highlanders. And after our championship game, we will hear from some of the victorious players and also bring you our all Division A Region 1 team as well, senior athlete and coach of the year. That is it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Cass County Mutual, they provide insurance products to all of southeastern North Dakota. They're a local company providing local service to all of their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. Contact Lindsey Johnson, Carmen, and the crew. That's at Cass County Mutual. Back after this with second half action inside the Seal Center. Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Chase Miller with you courtside inside the Shield Center. Joey Hughes running the cameras here throughout the Division A Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. 16 minutes here in our second half. Huskies lead it by 7 as we get you ready for the second. Peyton Getty with Baco Trembeth on the floor. You also have Eisenschenk and Nipstead here for the Kindred Vikings. This one winking its way to the left baseline. There's a jumper on the way. Good start here for Kindred for Liza Trembeth with her first field goal since the first quarter. Full court pressure defense. Huskies here with Miller up and over the pass looking for Max. You have Fobb, Scout, Woods, and DeVries, their original starting 5. Woods interior off the window, no. Rebound on the inside. Good rebound here for Liza. Vikings want to push in transition. Getty dribble off the window. Block shot coming by Miller. Hallie Miller timed it up perfectly with the high jump and got her right hand on top of that one to bat it out of bounds. But this is how Kindred would like to play, more of an up and down tempo if they can. Vikings, nice little step through here for Getty, but we'll see a traveling violation. Good thought for Peyton Getty on that shot fake and trying to get that step. A little 1-2-2 half-court trap here for Kindred. Miller up the near sideline with the basketball. Miller full head of steam. Nice little slip to Max. Max for 2. Give Miller the assist, and Max has her first field goal of the second half. She's got 4. Miller right now is playing an early indication for our Enbridge Energy player of the game with her consistent play here tonight. Baco slips it. Now to Nipstead. Left-handed side. Eisenschenk back to Sierra. Sierra to Baco. Baco spins on Fobb off the window for 2. Kennedy Baco now has 4. Helter-skelter, but it worked there for Kindred. They're back within 5. Max breaks the press now to DeVries. Peyton Getty trying to chase back after it. Swan block shot Nipstead. Sierra Nipstead timed it perfectly here for the 8th grader. Nipstead the other way, trying to go coast to coast. Left-handed scoop, can't get it. Rebound Nipstead. Nipstead spins and gets fouled. Sierra Nipstead will head to the stripe where she's 18 of 26 on the season. Foul will be on Wahpeton. This will be on Fobb, her first, team's first of the third quarter, and this is the type of play for Kindred in these 90-plus seconds of the third quarter that Sam Brandt would like to see moving forward against Wahpeton. Free throw is up and good. Well, for Wahpeton, they did a good job holding their own in the first quarter, then really playing their style of pace a little bit in the second in the first half as Nipstead goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Sierra now with 5. The Vikings back within a possession. Wahpeton up the floor, right-handed side to Miller. Miller will handle the rock here, and Miller gets fouled. Nipstead will pick it up, her first, team's first, and Miller, 5 and 9 from the free throw line, will head back there a couple more times here for Wahpeton. Miller, 11 points, 4 in the first quarter. Second free throw. First and second free throw attempts upcoming here in the second half for Wahpeton. And the Huskies, 9 state tournament appearances, 1 state title coming back in 1986 in a 1-point victory over Fargo South in Class A. As Wahpeton trying to take another step to try to get a little closer to a state tournament appearance here this season. Miller 2 for 2 from the line. Vikings finds Nipstead. Now this will go to Trembeth. Shot fake. Trembeth reverses it, leaves it left-hand side. Eisenschenk spot up 3 left wing. That'll go long. Rebound here to Wahpeton. Miller with the board to Max. Transition to DeVries to Scout Woods. Woods making her way. Can't get it. Woods put back. Got it to go. Scout Woods with her first field goal of the night. 7 points, 5 rebounds for Scout. And Wahpeton leads it by 7. Trembeth spins on the interior. No. Baco with the offensive rebound. As this will go to Nipstead. Out to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk slips the pass to Peyton Getty and out of play, and a turnover here for the Vikings. The Lady Huskies with Cambry Mock, the 5'7" freshman guard, will check in here for Wahpeton. As the Huskies with Mauk will inbound the basketball. Cambry finds Scout Woods on the near sideline. Scout spins, picks it up. Now to Miller, open shooting Miller, three-pointer long board will go to Mauk. And Hallie Miller with a fresh 35 holds on to the basketball. Left-handed side, Woods jumper, elbow jumper, got it to go. Nice little cut by Scout Woods. She's got 9 as she heats up. Look out, the Vikings trailing it by 9. Eisenschenk, Trembeth leaves it, left-handed side, pocket 3, Nipstead on the way, can't get it, and a board here to Miller. It's been one and done pretty consistently here from a Vikings perspective. They haven't had the second chance opportunities compared to the Huskies so far here this evening. DeVries around the horn to Fobb. High post touch. Scout Woods, 12-footer, no. Rebound comes down to Nipstead. Sierra finds it right-hand side to Trembeth. Trembeth, little hesitation as Liza dribble pullback 3. That'll go short, out of play, and it will be Husky basketball. Substitutions as Roland and Bartels will check in here for Kindred, while Claire Woods and Amaya Maxwell come back into the game here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Huskies again lead it by 9 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we reach the midway point of quarter number 3. Max doubled. Nipstead nearly got the steal. Miller, right-handed side to Max. Max throwing one up, partially contested. Ball goes on the floor for a moment as Peyton Getty gets her 3rd rebound. Getty pushes in transition. Miller is there to save it, but it goes right to Nipstead. Nipstead, nice little cut to Roland for 2. Good-looking move there for Sierra to find the streaking Roland, and the Vikings are back within 7. And we'll see a foul here on Kindred. Foul will be assessed on the Vikings here in Sierra Nipstead, her second, team second, as Wahpeton will be slated to inbound the basketball. As we see Miller call it out here on the near sideline here for Wahpeton. Miller looking for a teammate to get it in before the 5 count, able to do so here. Nice little give and go with Miller and Woods. Miller ankle cross right to left, right-handed scoop shot, no. Rebound goes to Peyton Getty, her 4th of the game. Peyton Getty to Roland. Roland skips it right-hand side, Nipstead. Nipstead, couple hard dribbles in the paint. Bartels, 15-footer, gets fouled, and Avery goes to the free throw line. Oh, the wonders of a skip and a ball reversal in basketball, especially when you get the first to the second once again in the half court. Foul will be against the Wahpeton Huskies, their second. And the first one on Miller, second in the quarter. Bartels free throw, got it. Avery, first free throw attempt here of the tournament. And Wahpeton had to play now their 3rd game here in 3 days, while Kindred earned a bye into the semis. This is their second in back-to-back. Free throw attempt, number 2 by Bartels, can't get it to go. Scout Woods with her 6th board. Outlet pass goes the other way to DeVries. DeVries, right-handed layup for 2. Leah DeVries now with her first field goal. Nice little find there by Scout Woods. Huskies up by 8. Nipstead, left-hand side of Trembeth. Trembeth at the left wing with the basketball. As the Vikings overloading the left side. Getty trying to save it before it goes out of bounds, but unable to do so. Kindred for a moment had everybody on one half of the floor offensively. And that allowed Wahpeton to cover multiple without having to move too much. Time out on the floor, we'll break with them. 3:12 remaining in the 3rd. Huskies lead it by 8.
We've got your back. Protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, personal protections, and so much more. Our surface agents answer the phone with a kind of speed and detail that even the Secret Service would envy. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Inside the Shield Center, Wahpeton leads it 32-24. That timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Find a branch near you again at ibanknorth.com. And Roland will pick up the foul here. I'll be Roland's second. So Leah will pick up the team's third. And that'll be the substitution now for Hallie Miller to come back into the game. Miller with 13 points. Scout Woods with 9. That's the majority of the offense here for the Huskies. Woods throwing it up against Bacco. Got it to go. Scout Woods now in double digits. And she's got 11 as Getty sets up the offense. And the Huskies with their first 10-point lead of the night. Peyton Getty bounce pass here. DeVries. And right now for Kindred, it's trying to get that ball reversal against this 2-3 zone. Wahpeton's did a good job, but once the ball goes left or the ball goes right, they don't really allow you to get to the other side too often. Bacco back to Nipstead, open, rainbow three. That'll go short. Rebound tapped out in the hands of the Wahpeton Huskies and tapped out of bounds here by Peyton Getty, as it will be Husky basketball. As Wahpeton to inbound it now with Miller. As we'll see some substitutions coming into the game, as well as Trenbeth will check in now for the Kindred Vikings. This will go in the backcourt. Miller, a little give and go action there with Max. Miller gets by Nipstead to the paint, throwing it up. Can't get it. Rebound. Toss of 40 eventually won by Trenbeth, her third. Trenbeth in transition now for the Vikings. Trenbeth goes behind the back, finds Getty. Getty top of the key, left-handed side in Nipstead. Now the baseline to Trenbeth. Trenbeth making her way in the paint, throwing it up. Fob with the block shot. Rebound comes down to Miller. Miller with her fourth board. Peyton Getty with a backcourt steal. Peyton Getty gets almost an and one. Rebound, put back Nipstead. No, it's out of play, and it will be Wahpeton basketball. So Nipstead and Getty with a couple of cracks at the rim. Just can't finish. Good job by Miller there, at least getting enough of a defense to get her hands up. And we'll see it go over and back on the baseline here for Miller, and a turnover on the full court pressure defense. So Kindred gets it right back. Wahpeton, if they can close this half with the next 6-7 points, it might be too much to overcome for Kindred. Kindred looking to take the lid off the rim right now as Bacco misses that. Rebound comes down to Scout Woods, and then a foul. Foul will be on the Vikings with Bacco, her third, and the team's fourth. So with 1:51 remaining here in the third, we'll see the Huskies inbounding the basketball here with Miller. As again, Bacco took all of Scout Woods on the sideline there as Woods going right on Bacco here. Shot, no. Rebound. Eventually one here to Bacco. So Kendi Bacco gets the rebound. Peyton Getty with it. Peyton Getty uses the dribble, able to get it left-handed side. Bartels back up top to Nipstead. Nipstead to the baseline. Now the right wing. Trenbeth, three! Rattle it in! Liza Trenbeth now with 7. Her 21st three-pointer of the season. And the Vikings back within 7. Peyton Getty, she is a thief in the backcourt, but she will get called for the foul here, her second. And that's a bonus situation on top of it, as Miller will head to the line, where she is 7 of 11 so far here tonight. So Miller to the line to shoot 2 for the Wahpeton Huskies. It's a tough foul from a Kindred perspective to put Wahpeton to the free throw line, but we'll see if that Trenbeth can be the shot in the arm for Kindred. All for Wahpeton here in this quarter. All the points coming from the vast majority of Scout Wood. She scored at 6 of the 12 so far. 2 then by DeVries, 2 by Max, and 2 so far with Miller from the free throw line. Hallie, second one, free throw, got it. So Miller able to go 1 of 2, splits the pair. Max will check into the game now for Leah DeVries, and the Huskies lead it by 8. Wahpeton this season lost to Devils Lake on February the 10th. They scheduled Thompson but never ended up playing the Tommies. Well, Kindred lost to Thompson and they lost to Devils Lake here this season. Those would be a potential, again, state qualifying matchups on Saturday with the winner of this game and the loser of that Region 2 championship. Nipstead's pass goes over Avery Bartels' hands and a turnover here for the Kindred Vikings with 56 seconds left in this third quarter. Nipstead will check out. Eisenschenk will come in as Layla here, a sophomore guard, will come in now for the Vikings. Miller trying to get it in before a 5 count here. They get the up and over, but it will be a 5 count and a turnover here on the Wahpeton Huskies. So good D by Kindred to get that ball and another chance at it here. Trailing it by 8 as Getty to inbound the basketball. As she does now to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk back between the rings to Getty. Payton ball fake left-handed side. Max was able to stay with it. Max will see this basketball now. Max into the front court here for the Lady Huskies. Miller. Miller crossing over right to left. Finds Max at the left wing. Max with a spin at the high post. Bounce past Miller, left short corner. Miller gets fouled. Trembeth will pick up her third, and for the Vikings, 3 on Bartels, 3 on Bacco, and 3 on Trembeth here for Kindred. To the line will be Miller for some more free throws. Miller, these will be her 14th and then 15th free throw opportunities of the night. And she buries the first. Free throw opportunity. Number 2 upcoming here for Miller. Trying to get to 16 points on the evening. That one rattles out. Rebound here. Bartels and Max. Inadvertent elbow then into Max as she takes a spill. Again, Max and Bartels were going after it. And just an inadvertent elbow again that goes into the head of Max as they were battling for that loose ball with 24 seconds remaining here in the third quarter as Miller will inbound the basketball. So Miller on the far side to inbound it. Peyton Getty doing a good job. Mauk will take a spill, but we'll see a foul here on Peyton. Foul will be on Getty. That's her third, and now the Vikings have 4 players with 3 fouls. And Wahpeton Huskies with Cambry Mauk will head to the free throw line. These will be the first free throw attempts for Mauk of the tournament. Right-handed toss is off the mark as Getty will check out as Roland will come into the game. Kindred faithful in attendance didn't like that call, thought that Mauk was maybe a little off balance by the time Peyton Getty was there, but regardless, it's a foul and free throws upcoming, and Mauk able to split the pair, and like a death by 1,000 paper cuts right now is the free throw line here for Kindred when Wahpeton gets there. Eisenschenk, left wing, ball screen coming, and we'll have a foul, and this foul will be on Wahpeton. Mauk will pick up her first, team's third of the quarter as the Vikings to inbound it here with Roland. Roland on the near sideline. Leah finds Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk gives it inside to Bacco. Bacco doubled. Bacco finds Bartels. Jumper short. Rebound here comes down to the Huskies with Max up the floor to Fob. Fob looking to get the shot off, and Bartels gets the block. So Bartels gets the block, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. Do we have a foul? The officials are going to talk it over here to see if there was a foul or not. Bartels with a big right-handed swing to try to get the block shot here at the very end on Fob as that came away, and the far official in front of the Huskies bench came across and said that there was a foul. As they'll talk it over here, 37-27 at the end of the third quarter. Does Fob get 3 free throws? That's what the officials of Ron Nudell, David Thompson, and Jacob Mertens are talking about. David Thompson put the fist up, and once the fist goes up and it's closed, that's a foul. The officials talk it over, make sure they got it correct, and they are going to be shooting free throws, it looks like, here. So they will put some time back on the clock on top of it, and Sienna Fob will go to the free throw line. So you'll probably put about 0.3 to 0.4 back on the clock, and there'll be 3 free throws upcoming. As the foul will be on Avery Bartels here. And Bartels will pick up her 4th. And now they're going to talk it over, and they're going to say it's on Liza Trembeth. It should be on Avery Bartels. The foul that was committed would be on Bartels. That's the first thing. If there was a foul, it's on Bartels, not Trembeth. Regardless, a Viking is picking up their 4th. So now the officials are going to talk it back over here. And it will be with Avery Bartels, as Ron Nudell's talking with Sam Brandt right now to make sure they got it on the correct. And it will be on Bartels, but regardless, they will put 0.2 on the clock, and Fobb will head to the free throw line to shoot 3 here for the Huskies. So Sienna Fobb, a 62% free throw shooter, goes to line. The Wahpeton Huskies have scored so far 15 points in the quarter. They've hit 5 field goals all inside the arc, and their other points coming from the charity stripe, their other 5 here in this third quarter. Fobb free throw, got it. Mark this one for those scoring at home. How does this change the complexion long term, barring how many free throws are made here by Fobb? If Kindred can get a rally and come back against the Huskies. Fobb buries the first, buries the second, and Fobb heads back to the free throw line trying to get the Huskies to 40 team points. Free throw attempt number 3 for Fobb, got it. Inbounds, rolling, 3-quarter scored heave, and that's how we'll end our third quarter play. It's the Wahpeton Huskies 40, the Kindred Vikings 27. Back after this with the final 8 minutes in the Shield Center.
We finally switched to streaming TV, and we saved big without losing out on our favorites. I was worried that I was going to miss out on college and pro sports. But the truth is, you don't need cable to watch sports. And with streaming, everyone wins. Wife still gets her favorite shows, the kids get the best movies, and as a family, we get to watch our favorite team. I mean, my favorite team.
Cut cable and switch to streaming services to watch exactly what you're paying for. ReadyTech Fiber, a greater experience.
Welcome to the Empire. We have open gym times and 2 full courts with 6 basketball hoops. Court rentals are available. You can even host your own tournaments. Memberships are available. The Emperor's Club. Hone your skills and improve your game. Basketball and volleyball training classes are available now. The Empire, Fargo's newest sports complex.
I'll simply put the difference, and it's going to be the difference unless something changes. And we're already going to get the cat out of the bag here on our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. It's going to be the free throw line. The Huskies have shot 27 free throws here tonight. They made 18 of them. Kindred has shot 6 free throws, and they've made 5 of them. That, quite frankly, is the difference right now at 13 points with those 13 extra free throw opportunities upcoming here for the Huskies in terms of their makes. Wahpeton turns the ball over. Kindred in the transition game. Bacco uses that dribble. Now to Nipstead. Nipstead with the cradle rock to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk reverse pivots. Eisenschenk looking for Getty. Nearly lost it. Now to Nipstead. Right-handed side to Trembeth. Trembeth with the basketball here to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk, couple hard dribbles to the 10, off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound for Bacco, and a jump ball on the arrow will stay Kindred basketball. So if you're the Vikings right now, a lot of things need to go your way when you've only scored 27 in the first 3 quarters. Least amount of points they scored this season, 44 at Thompson back on January the 16th. Nipstead, left-hand side, Trembeth. Trembeth, college range 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound coming down to Max. Max will get the board as Miller brings in the front court. Right-handed side as Getty gets a steal on DeVries. Peyton Getty, right-handed layup for 2. Peyton Getty's got 6, and a timeout here for Coach Brian Watson. He's not happy about that turnover, and we'll take a break with him. 6:59 remaining in the fourth quarter on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Saturday, April 6th, Vikings from across the land will converge to feast and celebrate the athletes and their achievements. Vikings will raise their swords, ride their mighty steeds, bid on treasures, gems, and experiences, with the focus on supporting the kids. Join the tradition, forged in friendship and molded in the spirit of family. Viking Pride.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities that they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here inside the Shield Center. Timeout for the Wahpeton Huskies. So both teams will have 3 timeouts remaining, and there's another steal. Getty gets it left-handed side to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk taking a couple of dribbles, probing, looking, shooting. Nipstead, three-pointer, scoring! It's a 5-0 run. Sierra Nipstead with her second made 3 of the evening, and the Kindred Vikings continue to mount some pressure defense here. Up and over on the pass. Was it deflected out of bounds or no? They're going to say no. And 3 possessions in a row for the Huskies via the turnover. They're up to 14. Kindred made a valiant comeback against Northern Cass yesterday. Got it all the way to 1. Trying to do the same thing here tonight against the Wahpeton Huskies. Buckle up for the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds here inside the Shield Center. Trembeth. Double, and we'll see a foul on the floor. This will either go against Fob or Max. Foul assessed on Sienna, her second, team's first of the fourth quarter. Getty to inbound the basketball. Payton zips it. Nipstead, right pocket 3. That'll be off the iron rebound, though, for Trembeth. Her 4th of the game. Trembeth, bounce pass on the interior. Bacoa gets pinballed around, eventually a turnover as Sienna Fob comes up with a steal. Max finds Miller. Miller in the front court here. Miller finds Scout Woods. And Woods uses that dribble left-handed side to Miller. Miller takes the ball screen. Miller inside. Floater off the lip of the rim. Can't get it. Rebound now to Nipstead. Sierra Nipstead with 8.6 boards up the floor. Baco gets fouled and nearly got the end one. Kennedy Baco is 62% free throw shooter. Foul will be on DeVries, her first. Second team foul here as Baco will go to the line to shoot 2. Baco gets the shooter's roll. Kindred now 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Second free throw attempt, got it to a 2-possession game. The Vikings on a 7-0 run to begin the quarter. Lady Huskies here with DeVries. DeVries guarded by Nipstead. DeVries crossing the timeline. DeVries gets by Sierra. Bounce past this goes Fob. And Fob gets fouled and count it. And they're going to... So it will be a traveling violation here on Wahpeton. So negate the and one opportunity. And another turnover here on the Huskies. Well, how big are those free throws to end the third quarter with Sienna Fob right now? It would be a 1-possession game at 3 points instead of this at 6. Baco off the window, no. Rebound tapped out off the hands of Fob, and it'll be Kindred basketball. Again, those 3 free throws by Sienna Fob to end the third quarter. I'll see how much that really makes the impact as this game continues. Getty to inbound it. Leaves it up top to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk, right-handed side to Trembeth. This will go out of play, and it will be Vikings basketball. Kindred, 3 timeouts remaining, 0 fouls here in the quarter. Wahpeton, 3 timeouts remaining, 2 fouls here in the second as Cam in the fourth quarter. That's 2 team fouls as Cambry Mount checks in. The 5'7" freshman guard. Trembeth. This will go Getty. Bounce pass, Baco. Baco with a couple of dribbles. Looking for a cutter, finds Getty inside. Getty, nice step through, and Getty gets fouled. Somehow Peyton Getty at 5'3" slithered her way through a pair of Huskies, and Sienna Fob will get called with the foul. Her third, team's third, and to the free throw line goes Getty. Wahpeton, their last 6 games have all been decided by 7 points or less, so what's new from a Husky perspective? Getty buries the free throw. She's got 7. The run continues here for Kindred. Now an 8-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Getty missing the free throw. Rebound, though, tapped out. Bacco put back off the window for 2. Kennedy Bacco with 8 points. And the Vikings are back within 3 points, but Getty picks up the foul. That's going to be a large foul here for Peyton, her 4th. So you got 4 on Getty, 4 on Bartels here. And Sam Brandt going to let Peyton continue to play. As coming out of the game will be Max. Peyton Getty, one of the 2 seniors this season here for the Vikings. As Miller to inbound the basketball here for the Lady Huskies. Max back to Miller. Wahpeton looking for a field goal here to stop the pressure. Miller in the front court guarded by Eisenschenk. Nice little shake and bake. This one between the rings, not a Scout Woods. Woods gets fouled before the shot. Foul will be on Kindred Skendi Bacco, and now she will pick up her 4th foul. So for Kindred right now, 3 players with 4 with over 4 minutes remaining in the contest. Scout Woods rips it away from Bacco. Woods off the window, good for 2. Scout Woods with 13 points, and she scored in every quarter. Kindred, the transition now going, right-handed side to Nipstead. Nipstead, left-handed hip-high dribble to Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk, spot up, 3-pointer coming, and she got the shooter's roll. Layla Eisenschenk with the triple, her first field goal of the night, and the Kindred Vikings are back within 2. Timeout on the floor on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Wahpeton with the ball when we return.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Kindred has opened the 4th quarter on a 13-2 run here of the Wahpeton Huskies. Time out on the floor with Sam Brandt. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll get to that. Brought to you in part by the Petro Stopping Center is your one-stop hub for all your road trip needs. Let them roll out the VIP treatment today. Whether you're looking for a feast fit for a king, from cheesesteaks to Popeye's chicken to Cinnabons to pizza to that and more, check it all out at the Petro Stopping Center, located just off of 45th Street and I-94 in Fargo. After the timeout here, this will go up the other side of the floor. Scout Woods. Woods off the backboard for 2. Woods. Nice little cut to bring Trendmith down with her underneath 1 free throw line, and then should sprint it towards the other side. And the Huskies, 4 points in this quarter, all via Scout Woods. Nipstead leaves it. Eisenschenk, another 3. Rainbow, short rebound. Getty, step through. Getty, got it. Peyton Getty with 9 points, 5 rebounds. Baseball pass again, looking for Scout Woods. Woods with an easy Sunday stroll for 2. Not once, but twice. Scout Woods just able to beat everybody down the floor in the full court pressure defense. And the Huskies are back up by 2 possessions. Nipstead, top of the key, right-handed side to Trenbeth. Trenbeth with it, jumper from the baseline, can't get it. Rebound, though, by Eisenschenk. She lost it, and a turnover as Max will come up with it. And then Eisenschenk hits the deck hard here for the Kindred Vikings. They're going to check on Layla here. We'll break with them with 3:19 remaining in the 4th quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
as Eisenchenk, as she went up for the offensive rebound, came down hard, and on the replay that we saw, just kind of went inverted a little bit on from her knee down to her shin area. So she'll get checked out as Eisenchenk will come out of the game. Rowland will check in. And now with 3:19 remaining, the Huskies handle the ball with Miller. Miller, right-handed side on the dribble, enter, gives it to Scout Woods. Woods crossing over, left-handed side now to Max. Back up top to DeVries. DeVries with it, right wing to Miller. Miller ripping it through on Rowland. Miller drive, kick, Max open, left pocket three coming off the side of the backboard. Rebound comes out off of who? And it'll be off of the Wahpeton Huskies. Off of Wahpeton here as Brian Watson kind of gives a wink to Ron Nudell across the way saying, hey, it's off of Getty, it's off of White. And Nudell says, nope, I'm going to be off of one of your girls here, Brian. And both can have a little grin here with 3 minutes under 3 here in the fourth quarter. Nipstead, ball screen coming. Nipstead rips it through now to Rowland. Rowland, right-handed side to Peyton Getty. Getty with a couple dribbles, kind of getting into a trap position. Getty muscles her way around it. Open, Rowland, left wing three on the way. Rowland got it! Oh, what a big three for the junior! Leah Rowland now with 7. Kindred back within 1. Kindred led by 1 after 8 minutes. They haven't led since. And after 1 quarter, it was 11-10. The Huskies out in front looking for the answer with 2 minutes to play here in regulation. Scout Woods crossing over. Woods ripping it through. Woods off the window, can't get it, and it's going to be Peyton Getty. Getty in transition for the Vikings. Getty lost the basketball, but off of Miller. Substitution into the game. Here's Cambry Malkus. Coming out will be Max. And a timeout here for head coach Brian Watson and the Wahpeton Huskies. We'll break with them. Kindred with the ball when we return.
The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Eisenchenk, well, they're icing her right knee right now here for Kindred. So Layla, again, is having some ice around that right knee right now for the sophomore guard at 5'7" for the Kindred Vikings. So once you bring the ice out, that pretty much cements this game, but you hope that it's only a short-term injury for Eisenchenk here if Kindred could come back and get to a potential state qualifier on Saturday. Also, as our cameraman Joey Hughes said, Eisenchenk, related to Mr. Donnie Schatz, pretty good racers as well. Getty ripping it through, and Peyton Getty as a senior would, trying to will her team back into this one and trying to take a lead. Fobb will pick up the foul, her 4th, team's 4th. She's the only one for Wahpeton that has to worry about foul trouble situation. Getty, 9 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, buries the first. Tied at 46. Kindred with a chance to take the lead again for the first time since we went to the second quarter after Wahpeton started the second quarter on a nice run. Free throw attempt number 2 is good for Peyton Getty. And for the first time since the first quarter again, we have Kindred with the advantage in the second time today. Miller goes over and back on the baseline on the inbounds for a turnover. It's the second time Hallie Miller did that. The first time was in the third quarter. Now it happens in the fourth. And all of a sudden the Vikings, with a 1-point lead, handle the rock. A 3 would make it a 2-possession game. Getty, top of the key. Nipstead, left-handed side to Trembeth on this 2-3 zone. Back up top. Wahpeton held to 6 points here in the quarter, all by Scout Woods. This will go Trembeth, right pocket, Rainbow, finds gold! Trembeth with the triple. She's in double digits with 10, and it's a 2-possession lead here for Kindred. Miller, front court for the Huskies. 75 seconds remaining in regulation. Miller Hands it off to Scout Woods. Woods, left-handed side. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Woods making her way high off the window. Can't get it. Rebound, Nipstead. Nipstead will slow it up here as the Vikings do not have to be in any hurry. Peyton Getty, ball screen. Trembeth will handle the basketball here. Trembeth, couple of dribbles, lost it. Scout Woods gets the turnover. Woods, right-handed side, and Nipstead got her hand on the basketball to tip it out of bounds. 43.3 seconds remaining. We'll see if Brian Watson wants to take a timeout. It looks like he does as he talks to Ron Nudell. We'll take a shorty with them. Wahpeton with the ball when we return. Timeout on the floor. Here brought to you in part by Bank North.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted baddest outlaws and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
For the first time ever, World of Outlaws at Norman County Raceway on Saturday, June 29th.
On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, after the first 3 quarters, Kindred had 27 points. In the fourth quarter, they have 23 points and 4 made threes. Wahpeton, after 3 quarters, had 40 points. They are limited to 6 points, all coming via Scout Woods, who leads the floor for the Huskies with 17 on the night. Miller has 15. Kindred right now guided by the 10 of Liza Trembeth. And then from there, Peyton Getty has 11 points as well. The 2 players in double digits for the Kindred Vikings. And a few minutes ago, Layla Eisenschenk went out of the game via the injury as they're icing again that around that right knee area here for Kindred. So you just hope again it's short term if the Vikings can hold on and try to play again on Saturday. Wahpeton still with enough time here as Rowland picks up the foul. That'll be her 3rd. Team's 3rd as well. So for the Huskies, you're just looking to get to the free throw line, which they did 27 times in the first 3 quarters. They haven't gotten there yet here in the 4th. DeVries to Miller. Miller looking for the little slip to Scout Woods, but Peyton Getty's there. Peyton Getty saves the basketball. Peyton Getty, look at her get to the rim, left-handed scoop and score and count it. That could be a dagger. Peyton Getty with the end one. Peyton Getty, like the Brooks and Dunn son, boot, scoot, and boogie. She was able to go 3 quarters of the court, get the steal, tiptoe the near sideline, finished with the left hand, threw some contact, and got the and one. Foul on the floor for Wahpeton will be their 5th. And this one will be with Sienna Fobb, and that'll be her 5th as well. So Sienna will finish with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and goes 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And those 3 free throws were huge to end the 3rd quarter. Peyton Getty to the stripe here with 13 points. Keeps it at 13. Ball gets tapped out. Lopez Lee looking for Scout Woods. It's still loose. And we're seeing a jump ball on the arrow makes its way to Wahpeton. 23.4 seconds to play. Huskies down by 6. Wahpeton finds it to Scout Woods. Scout rips it through and it'll be a turnover, and they'll say it's off of Scout Woods' left shoe. Huskies with their 21st turnover. They had only 6 in the first half. Full court pressure defense. Lopez Lee with the foul, and now Kindred will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As they will go to the stripe here for Nipstead. Sierra Nipstead, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Free throw upcoming here for Nipstead. Free throw attempt is up and good. Second free throw attempt here for the Kindred Vikings, and that free throw was large to make it a 3-possession game. Second free throw attempt is good as well. Nipstead now in double digits with 10. Kindred will see Scout Woods handle the basketball. Scout Woods off the window, can't get it to go. Board coming down here for the Vikings. Kick and out to Getty, and we'll see a foul. the Vikings somehow willed their way here in the fourth quarter. 27 points in the fourth quarter to Wahpeton's 6. We came into the last 8 minutes saying that the difference in the game by RDK Enterprises feature precision play was the free throw line, where Wahpeton was 18 of 27 from the line in the first 3 quarters. Kindred was 5 of 6. That has completely changed in the last 8 minutes as Getty buries the free throw attempt. Now with 14, as the Wahpeton Huskies will unload the bench and allow their players and their seniors here, their 3 seniors, to get some recognition. Max and DeVries playing a ton of minutes. Brooklyn Smith also on the roster here this season, a senior, as Getty goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and the Kindred Vikings are going to come back and earn a date in a state qualifier at 3 o'clock upcoming on Saturday here on YourLiveEvent.com inside the Louis Lee Fieldhouse at Mayville State. They will play the Region 2 runner-up of Thompson or Devils Lake. And if you're the Vikings, how do you bottle up the last 8 minutes and bring that with you to Mayville? Ball will go to the right-handed side for the Huskies. Langenwalter back up top around the horn with 1.6 remaining. The Huskies will finish the season 11-12. While for Kindred, they will improve to 7-16. Your final in our Region 1 Division 8 third-place game. The Kindred Vikings survive in advance with a 56-46 victory and a 29-6 quarter here for the Kindred Vikings. Back after this on your live event.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Mission Court Independent Living at Benedictine Living Community offers independent living, giving you a comfortable lifestyle and freedom to do what you like while leaving chores behind. The monthly rent includes housekeeping, 3 daily meals, transportation, social and recreational programs, plus spiritual care and on-site worship services. Call 218-784-5250 to learn more and schedule a tour. And you can save $1,000 with our move-in special. Benedictine Living Community of Ada, recognized for quality care.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com is welcome to our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show at the Petro Stopping Center, your one-stop hub for all your travel requests. They got you covered around the clock every day of the week with a wide selection of food, winter gear, gas, and more. Again, go to the Petro Stopping Center located on 45th Street and I-94 here in Fargo. We go to take a look on our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Peyton Getty able to do so here for the Kindred Vikings. You tally him up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points in the fourth quarter, 15 overall in the game here for the Kindred Vikings. And Peyton Getty in that fourth quarter able to go 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 6 rebounds as well. 15 points, 6 boards here for Peyton Getty as the Kindred Vikings are taking a look at that third place trophy here for Kindred as well. Hopefully get our camera guy to Joey Hughes to show you the awards presentation here for the Kindred Vikings as I can zoom on in there a little bit. Thanks, Joey. Again, 15 points on the way here for Peyton Getty in this one. For the Vikings, 6 free throws in the first 3 quarters. They finish with 10 in the second, make it the fourth quarter, and they would hit 9 of 10 of them in the fourth quarter as well. They would go 14 of 16 from the free throw line, while Wahpeton shot 0 points in that fourth quarter. Again, our Enbridge Energy player of the game here in this one is Peyton Getty here for the Kindred Vikings. And our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest That's the fourth quarter. You outscore a team 29-6, and you limit just 3 field goals. That's the difference here in this one. Again, here in this one, as the Wahpeton Huskies and the Arctic Enterprises feature precision player of the game again. And the play of the game again, one more time, is the fourth quarter, 29-6, with locations in Hillsborough and Drayton. Go to Arctic Enterprises website at planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll continue on our Petro Stopping Centers, and we'll hear from Peyton Getty in a moment. That's all coming up here on your liveevent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Join us now on our Petro Stopping Center's postgame show. Happy birthday, Peyton Getty. Again, it's her 18th birthday here, but more importantly, scoring 15 points. Peyton, what changed in the fourth quarter? You're down by 13 points. You scored 27 in the first 3 quarters. You scored 29 in the last 8 minutes. What changed for you here, Peyton?
Yeah, I guess we just had to stay confident and pick each other up. You know, we got in a slump there, so we had to just know to stay positive and get out of it.
The one thing about this team, the resiliency that you saw, Sam Brandt has talked about you guys this season being gritty. And I know there's gritty players after the game. Is it safe to say that this team won the gritty players here all together today to get to that state qualifier on Saturday?
Oh, for sure. Everyone played their part. You know, we needed everyone to win this game, and everyone stepped up and did their part.
How about on the interior here, Liza, Kennedy Bacco going up against Scout Woods. You're throwing different players at her. You held her to 17 points after a school record 41. What was it about the inside presence that you liked most here tonight defensively?
Kennedy and Liza are just always getting gritty. They're always getting after it, and I know I can count on them to play good defense.
So now you get to calmly collect your breath for the next couple days. You're going to find your opponent either in Thompson or Devil's Lake. But what's the next couple days for this program here, Peyton, as you get ready for a state qualifier on Saturday?
We're really going to have to lock in and push hard during practice, but we're excited. We get another chance. So.
Is this the best birthday gift, or did you get something earlier for your birthday that's a little bit better?
Oh, this is by far the best gift.
I like it. Again, our Enbridge Energy player of the game here, Peyton Getty. Peyton, congratulations on the win and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll continue after this.
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, let's go over the final numbers here in this one. For the Kindred Vikings, 4 threes in the fourth quarter. They finished with 6 in the game, 14-16 from the free throw line, and they would tally them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 players in the scoring column. While for the Wahpeton Huskies, they go 18 of 27 from the free throw line. They did not make 1 3 in the game. And they were tallied here with 7 players in the scoring column. Scout Woods with 17, Allie Miller with 15. You had 5 points for Fob, 4 for Max, 2 for DeVries, 1 for Mauk, and Claire Woods had 2 as well. While for the Kindred Vikings, the 15 points for Peyton Getty, 10 points for Eliza Trembeth, and 10 points for Sierra Nipstead off the bench, 4-4 from the free throw line for Nipstead. 7 points for Leah Rowland, and a big 3 in the fourth quarter. Kennedy Bacco, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 8 points, 3 points here for make that 5 points on the way here for Eisenschenk, and then 1 point for Avery Bartels. So with the win for the Kindred Vikings, they improved to 17-6. They will play at 3 o'clock on Saturday in a state qualifier, while for the Wahpeton Huskies, their season closes at 11-12. on the season. So Wahpeton's season comes to a close. Kindred heads to a state qualifier. That does it for our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show. We'll take a break, and we'll get to a new stream, that is, and we'll get to about 15 minutes from now will be the opening tap between the Northern Cache Jags and alongside the Valley City Highlanders. Again, the Vikings survive and advance with the win and a 29-6 outscoring fourth quarter against the Wahpeton Huskies. That does it for our Petro Stopping Center's post-game show. Again, the Jags and the Highlanders are next on your liveevent.com.